President Biden is warning Russia will ramp up its attacks on Ukraine, and U.S. infrastructure could also be at risk. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. Cybersecurity experts say Russia could attack the U.S. financial sector, power grid, and water systems. President Biden also says Russia could unleash chemical or biological weapons in Ukraine, but the Pentagon believes that won't happen anytime soon. Meantime, Ukraine says it has retaken a major suburb near Kyiv, preventing troops from surrounding the city. Back here in the U.S., a business owner and father from Escondido was back home tonight after spending nearly 2 weeks delivering supplies to Ukraine and then transporting refugees out of the war-torn country. He traveled there to help his own family and countless others. CBS 8's Shannon Handy spoke with him about his experience and his plans to return.
I spoke with Alexander Shumasin here at his business in Escondido. He was born in Ukraine, but is now an American citizen with a young daughter and family still there. He says it's his duty to help, which is why he plans to go back in just a few short weeks.
As it escalated further and further and closer to where my family's at, I knew that I had to go there.
Shortly after the war in Ukraine started, Alexander Shumasin dropped everything, leaving his home in San Diego for Moldova, a country on the western border of Ukraine.
The reaction time, the time it takes for me to get to a location where I can help them is too long. So I knew I need to be there in case things do escalate further.
Oleg spent nearly 2 weeks in Moldova, where he and a friend rented vans to transport refugees and deliver medical supplies to camps and hospitals in and around Ukraine.
We spend our nights in the capital of Moldova because that's where all the supplies are at. And then from there we would take whatever we buy and take them to the camp where the refugees are at. It was below freezing temperature, so people would just be standing outside in freezing temperature, just waiting for somebody to give them a ride, waiting to find a place to spend the night.
This is video of one of the camps Oleg's captured on his cell phone. CBS 8 first spoke to him earlier this month while he was still there.
Every day is very, very busy.
Oleg's returned to the U.S. after humanitarian aid was cut off from crossing the border. He managed to get his mother-in-law out safely, but with his 9-year-old daughter and other family still in Ukraine, he plans to return in the coming weeks. But are you worried about them?
Of course, because things change like that, just like they did in any other Ukrainian city that's now getting bombed.
Before doing so, Oleg is raising money through a GoFundMe page for additional supplies and anything else refugees need. He says purchasing items there as opposed to shipping them is cheaper and more efficient, saying every little bit helps.
My hope is to do anything and everything I can to help somebody that needs help.
If you'd like to help, we have a link to that GoFundMe page up on our website. Just go to CBS8.com and click on this story.